In this video, you will get to know Flow Trigger, a new feature in the form of a button that allows you to trigger automated workflows or integrations on demand. Flow Trigger allows DIY administrators to configure buttons to place in the user interface, either for all or with certain visibility rules, and connect the button to one or several Sweet automation flows. The flows can handle automated actions, whole processes or integrations like get or send information, for instance. What's really powerful is that we enable the use of Sweet automation on demand from within Sweet CRM and Forms. This enables users to start processes themselves or simply ask for information from an integration. The possibilities are endless. What you'll need in order for this to work is Sweet CRM or Forms as well as Sweet automation. Administrators need the feature admin core developer, and then you need to set up a connection between these environments as well as publish a flow on the API to use in the Flow Trigger action. In this example, we will give you an easy use case where we want Sweet CRM user to be able to ask the sales team for help by sending automatically generated requests with information such as who made the request and when. Let's have a look at what that could look like in Sweet automation. In Sweet automation, I have prepared a flow called Flow Trigger Request for Sales. And as you see, it's published on the API. A for all means published for all. The flow itself starts with an empty box that is active. An empty box means we could send in data from elsewhere to start our flow, which is exactly what we'll do. The empty box allows us to send in anything to this box. What happens next is that we want to trigger a notification to be sent to the logged-in user with the message that flow has been triggered, and an automated email will automatically be sent to notify the sales about your request. We will see that soon in Sweet CRM. And later on, we have an email action connected to our SMTP that sends an email to the sales team with the request and execution by user ID as well as execution date from the flow with further details about what to do. This could just as well be anything else you want to do automatically. Let's now switch over to Sweet CRM. I have the feature admin core developer, and I will start my journey by going into the DIY administration in the top menu. Select an existing customization or create a new one if you don't have any. While in customization mode, I can click the toolbox icon in the upper right corner to start configuring the start page. I will add a new block and select Flow Trigger. Then I'll move it right under the menu where I want it and save. Now I just write the change comment to log my changes and then save it. Now I get a pop-up with the Flow Trigger settings where I get to name this button. So for caption, I name it Send Sales Request so that the users will know what we are doing here. Then I select my connection, which is Sweet Automation, and select the flow I just created called Flow Trigger, Send Request for Sales. Then I save the Flow Trigger configuration. I see that it's added in the list, and I click Cancel when I'm done. Now I must publish my configuration set in order to use it. I publish it for my marketing, sales, and support user groups. Click OK when done. Then I exit customization mode and make sure to activate my recently published configuration set by selecting it. And as you see, we now have this button called Send Sales Request that triggers my flow. Let's see what happens when I now trigger it. We switch over to Sweet Automation to visualize it. The flow automatically starts and runs through my flow participants. Switching back to CRM, I can see that I get the confirmation as a green mark in the upper right corner of the button. Let's now look at the notification created by the flow. As you see here is the notification that was sent to me as a logged-in user. Flow Trigger allows you to customize when and where to allow your users to start flows that can trigger either actions, processes, or integrations of yours. Let your creativity flow and see what Flow Trigger can do for you. Thanks for choosing Sweet, where all the pieces come together.